Coach Knapp entering his, I'll say fifth season there at Galesville. Galesville is they've got a different region this year.
Very different. New faces.
You still got Spring Garden. You got Valley Head. They haven't played Spring Garden. No, they have not played Spring Garden. Ider.
It's been a while.
Ider's in there now.
Man, somebody was talking about that. Who was talking about that? Maybe one of the parents. Yeah. We was talking about one of the Spring Garden parents. Like, when did y'all play Galesville last? And they had an older kid that graduated a few years ago.
I think it's been 12 or 13.
And he said, yes, had to be 10 years.
I think when Cloudus was there. I think maybe I don't know if Garmin, Knapp's never played them that I know of.
Yeah.
And now I could be wrong on that, but it has not been a regular matchup since 2012 or 13.
No, it's been a while.
Well, their outer region games this year are Asbury, Verbena. That's a pretty good haul away, and Donahoe. Donahoe's supposed to be an improved team this year. I don't know anything about Verbena.
I don't either. I know Donahoe was going through their stuff. They won 2 or 3 games last year. They had a very young team last year. They're usually good now.
Yeah, Donahoe.
I mean, that's who Bluff played the year that first year go to state. They played them late.
Yes, they played them late in the year. Yeah, good game. I missed that one.
Yeah.
All right, so Galesville is going to open up with Donahoe. That's on August the 23rd at home.
At Galesville.
I'm sure we might be there. We don't know what the cards hold on that. I don't know if I'll be at Cedar Bluff. I guess I'll find out here in a minute.
Yeah.
On the 30th, Galesville travels to Asbury. On the 6th of September, they travel to Valley Head. Valley Head's supposed to be very strong this year and very good. Now, we got a little gap in here, but on the Max Preps, it didn't have it, but I filled it in. On the 13th, they will play at home again against Appalachian.
Mm-hmm.
Appalachian had a pretty good team last year.
Yeah, they're always pretty good. Baseball, too, they had a good season.
Oh, yeah, very good. They've won a state championship lately. And the 20th of September, Galesville plays away. Woodville, they play Woodville. Woodville had a very good team last year.
Got a new coach, got a new tailback from up somewhere, Boaz or Atwell, somewhere come down.
Yeah.
Join the school.
I think they did lose some players, though. 27th, they go to Verbena. The 4th, they go to Ider. Then they have Spring Garden at home. And then they'll have, on the 18th, they'll play Raglan away. Raglan's supposed to have a very good team this time.
Now, I remember.
Raglan was young.
And you do, too.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Cedar Bluff, Raglan, Galesville.
Yeah.
I remember those. It seemed like we all played in the same area back in the day.
So I don't know about these other teams, but it don't seem to be as tough. You remember last year their schedule was they had Collinsville, West End.
Yeah, tough.
But you've got Valley Head, who will be a tough game. I'm not going to predict who's going to win and all that.
We don't never pick high school games.
Spring Garden, and I'd say Raglan will be very good. So that's 3 tough ones.
We assume who will be good. We try to see like maybe how many guys they got coming back or how they've matched up before. But like Galesville Spring Garden game.
Mm-hmm.
Now last year, I was over there. They had a summer like workout.
Mm-hmm.
Like just kind of run against each other, shorts and helmet.
Right.
Gosh, man, They ain't played. I don't know. I mean,
right. I don't know. You never know. I don't know. They have 6 seniors, and those 6 seniors are Hunter Allman, Carson Ray. He's back from injury. Caden Angle, that's Kevin's boy. Cole Hendon, which is Kurt's son. Alex Beatty, who is a good addition to the Galesville, team. What am I trying to say here? And Eli Hughes. And also another starter returning that helped a lot last year would be Jackson Tail.
Yes.
Now, Coach Knapp did tell me they will be starting 6 sophomores again, and those guys will get a lot of time, and 1 freshman. So 7 sophomores and freshmen starting for the Trojans, along with these 6 seniors. Not a lot of starters return. They lost
7 or 8 seniors, maybe.
6.
6.
Yeah, 6 seniors.
Yeah.
And 7 underclassmen. So that'll be pretty much your starters, I would think.
Congrats, Kyler, for signing to play baseball.
Yeah, he did sign to play baseball, Kyler Bradley.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he won the award up there the other night for most valuable football player.
Yeah.
But they're optimistic. You know, I mean, last year's schedule was brutal.
Very tough. I asked them if, like, Alabama, did they not have an open day for it? It was tough. I go in there in the summer and visit with the guys, and Knapp usually writes his schedule on the board, you know, when they're talking about it, or maybe he's right before they finish final the schedule, he may be filling in, or, you know, he's kind of keeping, he can look right on the board. I just sat there and looked at it for like 20 minutes. I was like, oh, God.
Oh, yeah. It was rough. I mean, the first 2 weeks was Collinsville and West End.
Like,
and West End finished over 500, I think, but had some players hurt. And, you know, Collinsville's good.
Ernie's, yeah.
But it's not as brutal of a schedule, but still, I mean, you got to go to Valley Head. You do get Spring Garden. You got to play Spring Garden. You do got them at home. You got to go to Raglan.
That's a drive now. It's a pretty good little drive.
Yeah, it is. But, you know, he's got a few seniors. He's got more than he had last year.
Yeah.
And he does have Allman has played a lot. Hunter's played a lot. Carson Ray's played a lot. Yeah, Cole and Caden Angle. And Alex has played a lot.
Yeah, love all them boys.
So you got a lot of experience.
Cooper.
Yes. You just don't have a ton of – you still don't have a lot of depth.
That's it's the key to everything. We'll talk about college here in a little bit. You know, these two teams we're going to talk about, we think will probably overachieve this year. So y'all make sure you hang around for that part of the show.
And you don't have a high number of people with experience, but you know, and Centel's going to be a good ball player.
Yeah.
And they're optimistic, you know, and I think they can get we're hoping they can have a better year.
Yeah. We'll always keep you updated on the page, and make sure you follow on the Facebook page. And I'll Friday nights I'll have scores up. I usually sometimes put clips up when I'm at games. We'll have some help maybe this year too. Another guy wants to pitch in and help some, Cody Amos. If he's out of game, you know, we can maybe be able to catch him if you're at Cedar Bluff and I go to center game. Think he's got some kinfolks at Spring Garden. You know, he may be over there. You know what I'm saying?
Cody's always at a game.
Yeah, so he'll keep us up on the scores, and we'll try to keep all that stuff rolling for you guys. So many, man, we're getting close to 4,000. I mean, we're right there already. Just on Facebook. So y'all hang on through the summer. We're gonna have fun, and we always come on and we got something to talk about every week. So now the next part here, I'm gonna talk about the Old Rock. Now, I did stumble up there on the mountain on a misty, weird, rainy day Friday. Went up there to see Coach Heath, Coach Trapp, and Bunch, and they're working out and doing their study stuff, you know, before workouts. And they're grabbing weights, and they're snatching and grabbing.
Them up. Yeah.
He's got a large group this year. Got a lot of players. And remember now, he brings everybody back.
Yes. He lost one player, right?
Yeah, and
one starter,
and probably 4 or 5 of their games last year was a play away.
Yes,
so their schedule, they could have won 7 or 8 games or so, and you know, instead of being 2-8, they could have been 6-4.
Yeah, they did have some close games.
Yeah, last year, now they're Region 7 2A again this year. Now they have 8 seniors. What we got locked up here, they're going to play White Plains August the 16th. Kind of like a jamboree style kind of game.
The 16th. Yes.
Now they beat Section and Otter last year. Now for this season, they'll kick off like most to be August the 23rd. They're going to go to Spring Garden. They've been swapping that series back and forth for a little while. They'll be at Spring Garden. And then the 30th, they'll be home for West End. Sand Rock will be September the 6th at North Sand Mountain. That is a region game. First region game. And the 13th, they'll be at Section, region game. The 20th, they'll be Pleasant Valley at home, region game. And then they always play Collinsville, which they're 3A now.
Right.
So they're going to go up to Collinsville and play coach the Fighting Hams is whatever you want to call them. The 27th, October the 4th, region game home for Pisgah, which were runner-ups to 5 for that region.
Yeah, Pisgah was
last year.
Quite possibly. Well, they were the top 4 teams in the state were Pisgah, 5, Reeltown, and BB Comer.
Yeah, and they scored probably the most points.
Yes.
We were at the game.
I mean, they scored 30 or 40, didn't they, that night?
47 or 48? Because
that was a shootout, and the next time it wasn't.
It was close, and then after half, like late third quarter, he just busted open.
Yeah, Anderson went wild.
I mean,
he absolutely
he'd score, then they'd score, and he'd score, but the Fife just stayed ahead of them.
I think he had 364 the night we went.
Yes, nearly 400 yards rushing.
Yeah.
So now getting in the month of October, that'll be the Pisgah game at Sandrock. The 11th, they're Idle. Tough game now, Coach Hayes. Be careful. Idle. You got to be careful.
They've never been beat.
Open is undefeated, guys. The October the 18th, right here, maybe you start getting some cool weather right here in this part of the month. They'll be at Cedar Bluff, region game again, Dean, finally.
Cedar Bluff, first time in,
I don't know.
First time in region game. Oh, gosh. I wouldn't even dare to think.
It's been a little while.
Oh, my gosh. It's no telling.
Because when Marcus played.
30 years.
Wasn't Cedar Bluff bumped 2A? Were they? And they stayed 1. Or was that no?
Yeah, they were. Well, they might have been 3A.
Were 2A that year? That's a good question.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I don't know. I know they played some, but the last time they were in the same region.
It may have been his junior year. That sophomore.
I don't think so.
Like 18, 19. I'll have to look.
Well, I know Fife and North Sand Mountain, and luckily for Marcus and them, they got to play the best Collinsville.
And the best Fife team
best
ever.
North Sand Mountain team.
We got right in the middle of Fife's dynasty.
Yeah, right in the middle of Fife's dynasty. They got lucky on that.
Hype Rail, quarterback at Collinsville.
Yeah, who's considered top 5 all time over there. And North Sand Mountain's quarterback is considered the best player they've ever had.
Sunshine. Yeah, we run him all around the field. You couldn't catch him.
I'd be mad if I was a kid at Cedar Bluff.
Yeah, those 2 years, Samuel and him, junior, senior, is tough schedule. October, around Halloween, Sandrock, be home for Gaston. And they do have a new coach, and
I forgot his name.
I don't know who I asked somebody, and they didn't know a lot of information.
I knew a little background on him. Maybe he was at West End last year?
Yeah, I think that's right.
But now, as far as
that's right, yeah.
History, I don't know.
Yeah, he was at West End. West End got a new coach. And then to start the month of November, which is the ending regular season for high school, November 1st, Sandrock will host Whitesburg Christian. So another Ashley is at the helm.
This is the
spoke to his
5th
dad.
straight year for the National.
Yeah, I spoke to his dad the other day. You know Aaron real well. Alec is ready. He's ready to play football.
Alec is.
Yeah, he's just itching. Just going around right with him and visiting with him, and some of their guys, doing 40 times and that kind of stuff. They got some pretty large guys that are running under 5-second 40s.
Really?
Yeah. So bringing everybody back. And then that region there, North Sand Mountain section, Plaza Valley, Pisgah, Cedar Bluff, Gaston. It's not, the easiest schedule, and Pisgah will definitely be favored because of their.
I would think, but I did hear that they lost a lot.
They did.
But, they don't do like that in high school football when they predict, like college football. But I'm with Matt on that. They've
been a prominent team in that region.
They're always pretty good.
Tooth and nail with 5. They've always played them good games. And North Sand Mountain, man, they got a new coach too.
Yeah, North Sand. Yeah, I was surprised that their coach stepped down.
So
he's done a good job.
Yeah, I always thought so. I met him at the jamboree we had down there.
Kirby.
Tough guy, plays football like he is. Few words. You just come here to chew bubble gum and kick butt. I'm all out of bubble gum. I mean, he just he's a man of few words. So, that's kind of Sandrock coming in for the year. After last year, I'm going to say they overachieved from last year.
I would think so. And, one of the things I heard from talking to Sandrock fans, I went up and covered them a couple of times for the Post last year, and was that they just stayed positive through it all. They had good practices. They fought hard. They enjoyed it. There wasn't a bunch of whining and complaining about I'm talking about amongst the players. And the fans didn't seem to be frustrated because they knew, hey, we're very young.
Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do? What do you expect?
I had somebody tell me that the practices never did go bad. You know, when you're 1-7 or 1-6, you would think maybe they'd come out there and we won't do nothing. They said that never took place.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. You may go on and do the
Shout
garden.
out at Peanut Gallery, JB. Rebel Talk with JB. We're going to have him on during the season and talk about some teams around South Alabama. Jeremy Scott, it's always good to see you. Mason, man, I have not seen you on here in a while. You've got to come hang out, brother. I know he's got, with Chloe graduation, and I know you got 184 things going on right now. The boys, I'm sure they're playing some kind of summer basketball.
Oh, yeah, they
some,
are.
Some kind of something. I'll mention this. 1A softball state, Little Light Skyline, took the victory. The last game they won 9-0 over. They beat Leroy. Orange Beach, last game to beat Brooks 2-1. So they win that series. In Wicksburg in 2A beat Thorsby 10-0 on that last game. So Wicksburg, Orange Beach for 4A. And Cherokee County played both as Orange Beach and Brooks. They're obviously a really good team. That Skyline bunch, they got a good girls program, man.
Oh, my gosh.
And what's going on up there?
I don't know. I mean, they're good in girls basketball.
Back in the day, their boys basketball was tough.
Yeah, and they still had some good teams, but I think their heyday was back when we were in school.
But 2A, Wicksburg, I don't know a whole lot about Wicksburg. I've heard of Thorsby. We interviewed their football coach.
Yeah, Thorsby. But I don't know a lot about Thorsby.
I mean, small town going south 65, going.
Is that where it is?
Not quite to Birmingham, but it's pretty good south. Tough football team. They come up and played that jamboree. We interviewed the coach. Tough guy. Man, I just I liked him. Liked how he coached the game, how the kids handled themselves. So that's kind of that for softball and baseball. We'll have Alexandria, their boys.
Yeah, they did win, and Center's girls finished sixth in the state. They finished in the top 8 in 2 sports. Mm-hmm. Their girls did. And their boys finished second in the state in football.
2 years in a row, yeah.
Yeah, so good.
It's not a slouch. I mean, it's not.
No, you got 3 of your sports teams finishing in the top 8 in 4A.
Yeah, and track.
How did they
Johnson,
Johnson and Johnson.
Yes, he signed, and she's going to sign. She signed too, and I know he's going. He told me where he was going. I talked to him about a week or so ago. So, if you got a good track team, it usually prevails over to your football team for the guys.
Yeah,
usually does. So, and they're going to lose all them 6 senior girls, and so it's going to be a real tough walk in the park when you lose that many girls on a softball team.
Yeah, well, you win, but you want what'd they go 33-5? I mean, that's a good
34-6, something a great record.
Yeah.
So that's kind of softball, and Westbrook Christian too. They finished good. They had a good season too. Their baseball's always got a good baseball.
Won it here.
Program.
What 2 or 3 years ago? Won it.
Mm-hmm.
Their best pitcher went out, and they still won it.
Yeah, Etowall's been running the county in baseball.
Yeah,
because they had won it last year.
Well, Matt, we'll move. I'll go on to my other team that I'm covering, Spring Garden. Spring Garden Panthers went
Ragsdales
8-3 last year. And as far as players, they've got 9 seniors, but I'm going to name some of them to you that are coming back, and it's pretty good. First of all, running back Connor Bates.
Mm-hmm.
He had a 1,200 yard. He's rushed for 2,000 yards in his career.
Yeah, he was our first player of the week last year.
Yeah. John Welsh, who made honorable mention All-State, he's got over 1,000 career yards, and if you count the catches and returns and everything, he's had a nice career over there. Mm-hmm. Clayton Sadler will also be running the ball some. Quarterback Noah Barber, who we saw improve a lot last year.
Yeah, he's learning and growing. Yeah,
he's back again. And Big Jake, Jacob Welsh, lineman, great lineman. He's their main lineman.
They even played in the backfield some and blocked.
Oh gosh, yeah, and that obviously he's good on offense, but man, he's a terror on defense.
Yeah, he's hard to block. He's long, tall.
But of course, they're in there with Galesville, Valley Head, but they come out Sand Rock at home on the 23rd. Then they go to Pleasant Valley, go to Raglan. That's always a good matchup.
Yeah, we went 2 years ago? Good game.
Play at home versus Woodville. Go to Valley Head. Now, guys, mark that down. The 9th, the 20th. Spring Garden at Valley Head. It won't get much better than that.
At Spring Garden?
No, it's at Valley Head on the 20th. It don't get much better than that.
They ain't. I don't know. They ain't played this again. They ain't played in a while. I don't.
That should be a good one.
When is they? I don't. Same thing with Gainesville. They ain't played this group in a while.
No,
because see, Spring Garden, Coach Howard was there a lot. They kept them run off down there in that south. With Talladega County. They can't make no money. I hated it for them, man. I hated it. You can't make gate because they'd show like 3 fans.
Exactly.
It was terrible.
Yeah, they had a rough time with it. I mean, I don't think they like being in
terrible.
The 27th of September, they go to Cedar Bluff. That's a big game. Last year was they're looking
to
get them back because it was an upset last year.
Yeah, it was that Cedar Bluff scores a lot with seconds left and kicks the extra point to win the game.
Yes.
7-6.
They play at home against Appalachian, and they travel to Gainesville the 11th. And they go to Ider. No, they play at home against Ider. And their last game, which is an out of region, is Ranburne, which Ranburne's usually pretty good.
Yeah.
But with Spring Gardens, God, they've got a lot of experience, especially at the skills.
Yep.
You got Welsh, Bates, and Barber back.
Yeah.
And you lost Pope.
Sadler, and you'll have them.
You'll have
playing.
Pope was a very good player.
I know one,
but they got the rest of them back.
A lineman, or two, they're going to lose, senior. But the core part, man, like every year they lose that man time. Losing Chapel, bro.
Oh yeah,
he's just he's a menace. He
can do it all.
I know, yeah, and he's just you just can't hurt him. He's just I don't know. And if you just meet him and just talk to him, he's just a normal, 6 foot tall kid, but he could just beat him to death and put him up on the fence, and he's going to get up and keep fighting. And I know that with his dad and his brother, with Chaz, and how they've played, I know they're leaving that behind.
Yes.
Teaching that toughness, because that's always been a big part from when we first started the show, from Riley and Luke and Weston and all that, that group. And Cooper, he was the younger one of that group. Remember, he stayed another year.
Yeah.
After they left. And I'm curious to see how this it's new. I mean, it's still a football game. You're going to prepare, but we hadn't seen these rivals I
know.
Since I don't know, man. Some of them have been a while.
Spring Garden, they play Gainesville and Valley Head again. Like when I was in school, we were all in the same area.
Yep.
And
Area 13.
Spring Garden actually discontinued football there for a couple of years. God, they've come a long way since then.
Yeah, Coach Howard did a 180. The Ivy boys kind of started some of those trends over there.
But losing Pope, the Popes are two of the better players that's ever played over there.
Cam from last year, which congrats to him, had a good baseball season.
Yeah, I saw that.
Finishing the season.
Good job. But I think Spring Garden can have a very good year, especially with what they're returning.
Yeah, with Noah being back again, it's a good recipe. There's no letdown from you see new coaches. We've just mentioned 2 or 3 schools will get new coaches. Spring Garden didn't really get a new coach, guys.
No, he was their defensive coordinator for a while.
A long
before
time. That. 2A defensive coach of the year. We propped him up all year long, man. We really wanted to shout his praise and how good Coach Ragsdale's done with that group. And they know what he wants.
Oh, yeah.
And now you've added Cole over there, fiddling with the quarterback, and we watched Cole play. I guess Cole's a great athlete.
Yeah.
And you got some experience. You got Dax coming in there and helping, and his experience he's brought from around. He went to school there. So you're getting and Coach McDonald, you're getting a really tenured staff, a couple of young guys.
Let's see, Bowman was at Hanley. So
that's what I'm saying.
You learn a lot down there.
Yeah, he coached trained, so you're bringing that.
They got good staff.
We're curious
about, and they've got good players. I think
a lot of these teams. We're curious.
I think they're going to be a force to be dealt with this year.
Yeah,
I think everybody we've talked about is going to be better.
Yeah,
and I think they're going to be better too.
Yeah. I'm curious. So, good luck to the teams we've been talking about here. Next, I'll do the Tigers over at Cedar Bluff, moving back into 2A, Region 7. 5-6 last year, finished up a round 1 playoff appearance. Took an L down there at Wadley. Me and Marcus went. He wanted to go, and I said, I will go with you. And after you turn off the main road and drive about 30 minutes through the
I didn't think we were
sticks,
ever going to get there.
1-lane bridge, it's terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Wadley's definitely off the beaten
It's a
path.
bad drive.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bad drive. I'm not talking about the school.
No, it's good
The
school.
roads. The county needs to. Dude, it's 1-lane bridges over there. I mean, you like dodging possums and turtles and potholes. I mean,
I just remember it taking a long time to get there.
the straight shot through with Dowie and you get down there, but then that ride on that county road, it is a drive.
See, we went down there. Of course, that's where the big game took place. And
Yes, we was there.
16 or 15.
Josh
15.
throwed the. I nearly said Moten.
I bet Moten's opponents felt like he played there 15 years.
So
Moten back again?
That kind of ended their season, and Coach Crane his first year, and that makes so many consecutive years Cedar Bluffs made the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But he's looking to build off of that from last year. 5-6, wound up with a fairly decent record, but they got a little blood in their eye.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming out hungry. They feel probably they need a little revenge factor. You know, your Tigers, and just speaking historically, they've always been control of that region. They've always won that region for years and years and years. And you know, you kind of got a little smacked around there for a while.
Yeah.
And some other teams kind of took over that region for a little bit. So the boys feel like, you know, it's just time to put up the work and not talk about it, and just to go up there and get it done. So they're excited about this opportunity. Looks like they're going to have about 12 seniors as of now. So
12, that's a good number.
It is for a 2A school. You need, I like 15 to 18.
Yeah.
For 2A.
Yes. I keep thinking they're 1A. I was thinking to say 12 and 1A. That's great.
So this season will be at Valley Head to start off the season, and Coach Hammond's he's going to put together a good squad.
Oh yeah, they got good backs.
Aaron, we love talking to him. He's on here. And Jody keeps us updated on stuff and gets us good parking spots when we go over there.
Oh, yeah, big time.
He's like, right here in the front, guys. We got your spot. So then Cedar Bluff will host. Collinsville's going to come to town, and Ernie, they're going to have a good squad this year.
They'll be very good. And they'll have Gavin Lang back and the quarterback back.
So you'll be at this one. That'll be your first home game will be
Collinsville. What's the date?
September the 30th. I'm sorry.
August 30th. Okay.
Then Cedar Bluff will go to Gaston, face their new coach up there September the 6th. Cedar Bluff will be at home with Diamond Dean in tow. Dean will be, for the month of September, he's going to be at Cedar Bluff for North Sand Mountain section and Spring Garden.
My gosh, they play every game at home?
3 in a row there. All right. Then October, you'll be free October.
The whole month?
Yeah. October the 4th, they'll be at Pleasant Valley region game. They'll be at Pisgah October the 11th.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a tough drive. And then they'll host Sandrock the 18th, and I'll start making schedules and stuff and see where I'll be at. As I always try to go to one, and I try to go everybody twice. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it don't.
Right.
And then they'll finish the season again November the 1st at Donahoe.
Tough schedule. Valley Head.
At Valley Head, Collinsville,
Pisgah.
Gaston. I mean,
yeah, that's not a North Sand. That's not a Sandrocks who's got everybody back. That's not a
section.
Spring Garden.
Spring Garden right in the middle, which is at home.
Uh-huh.
That'll be September 27th. You can just circle that game. That they're going to try to knock each other out. That game has become from Coach Howard and Coach McWhorter and winning that region the year there when Luke when them played.
Mm-hmm. That's been a good game.
That's
several times.
Yeah. So you can guarantee that. And then at Pleasant Valley, not sure about them. At Pisgah, I promise you, that's going to be a tough. You got to go up there and play in October. It's probably going to be a nice, cool night up at Pisgah. It'll be a good football game to be at. So, you know.
The good news for them there is I think, and I don't know how many. Well, I know for a fact he told me. I heard they lost a lot. But, I mean, we hope so.
We're trying to find that's the tough.
Yeah, that's tough. They got a tough schedule.
And we don't pick games. Just looking at win losses or by how they've played those teams, and by how those teams are and who they're bringing back. And North Sand Mountain, Collinsville, Valley Head, Spring Garden, Pisgah, Sandrock. Good luck.
Yeah,
to say Bluff for that. That's a hard little group there.
That's a tough schedule.
Yeah, and I want to mention this too. Region 8, which I don't. 7, 8.
I mean, I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer, but that just looks like on paper a
it's
tough schedule.
Yeah, I mean, see, Region 7 and 8. So let's see, 5 and 6. 6 plays 8 and 5 plays 7. Usually this is how it goes. But a Region 8, I just noticed this when I was looking at the realignment. Bell Green, Dean, I told you about that.
Yeah.
They're a new team. So I go to ahs.org. If you love high school football in Alabama,
yes, that's great.
I'll get lost in it for an hour.
Oh, yeah, you can stay on there all night. They got the dynasties, they got players,
everything.
profiles on certain players,
all kind of stuff. So this team, they've just started to field a team. It's in Russellville, Alabama. Coach Jonathan Rapper is going to be the coach. Don't know much about them. So they're going to be in region. This is Region 8, 2A. They're going to be in region with Decatur Heritage, Lexington, Red Bay, Tanner, Tharptown, and Winston County, which is all.
That's a tough.
That's pretty nice region. Tough. Pretty tough little region there.
Pretty nasty there.
Cherokee County Warriors, back-to-back 4A North champs.
Back-to-back. Not many people can claim that.
And, a lot of people think that they have another great shot at being 4A North champs again. Coach Kelly says that's rat poison, and that kind of stuff don't need to be getting shared across the internet. That they lost their tailback, and they lost some linemen, and that they're going to be lucky to win 3 or 4 games.
Yeah.
Now, but that's
okay.
You got to keep the kids humble,
and that's a good job.
That's what the coaches are supposed to do. And so with the loss last year, only to Fort Payne. Which was, they're a big 5A school. They had a good quarterback. That boy's good.
Yes, he is. Van Diver, Vander Johnson, something.
And they played them better than anybody did through the year. Now, the boys felt terrible after the game because they
Valdivore, that was it.
Yes, they didn't feel good about the game because they lost. And you're supposed to feel bad because you didn't win. That's a good feeling to have. I'm okay with you feeling bad because you lost. But I told them, I was like, guys, y'all played them as good as anybody.
Oh, yeah.
This is a big school.
They had a good team.
Cherokee County is not a big 4A school. Look, go to a pep rally, be around the school. They're not a big 4A school.
No, it's not a huge school.
Like Andalusia was that first state game they played. God, what mighty! Like the shirts, it showed the players. Like it's got the shirts. Cherokee County, player teams. It's like this had 2 lines. Andalusia team was like 3 lines of players. They were a huge 4A because they've been playing 5A ball.
Right.
So, with all those 2 losses last year, this year they're going to play in the summer, like Sandrock play White Plains. I think they're supposed to go with Sylvania. And their new coach, and he said even after Coach Van had left that they're still going to do as they had planned to do.
Where did Van go?
I don't even know.
Let Van go.
Yeah. Dum-dum.
Van go.
Now the 16th they're going to play North Jackson. And North Jackson is tell me a little bit about them.
They got a great history, but now they won one in 93, had another one won in 02 or 03, but they had a fumble late, and UMS Wright drove down and beat them 7-3.
Surely not UMS Wright.
UMS Wright. Now, they stopped them the whole game. I talked to the defensive coordinator. He worked at Chattooga, and he's like, we stopped them the whole game. But we gave them good field position there, and he goes, the guy that fumbled the ball, that just ate him alive
just let him hang around
for years. And but North Jackson has a great football
Coach
history.
Brown will be down here in Cherokee County, lining up the Carolina Tar Heels and play. Good luck, Coach Brown.
No, Kelly making it. He's making it harder on the boys.
We're getting them ready to win it all. If they can score on Carolina, so they're going to have North Jackson the 16th out here, and then they'll host this year. It's been a rival for years and years, and Cherokee County's been on this rival. They have Piedmont Bill Dogs coming over,
who I think will be
they're going to be
improved.
good. Yeah, we're going to see a better team over there.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Miller's been there a little bit now. He's going to get things rolling with how he's got things in the new class and players that they have coming back. And we'll talk about their region in a minute.
Okay.
They're going to go to Arab now. Cherokee County will to end out the month of August at Arab. Now Arab is they're a big school.
They've gotten a little better.
Yeah.
They've gotten a little better, but they did have a coaching change. They will have a coaching change. So anytime you got a new coach coming in, it's not
automatic you're just going to be successful.
No. A lot of times it's not.
Success is not having a new
No, definitely not.
Getting a new coach. We're going 10-0.
Yeah. Yeah. Woo. We got nobody's up turning flips going, we got a new coach.
I got to get rid of these things.
Oh, they bothering you?
Man, all right. Ears
good. No, you're absolutely right.
Arab.
That's not a recipe. So Arab still, though, they're a big school.
Yeah.
And it should be good. I
Big
think they're
region up
5A,
there.
right? Or
Yeah.
they 6A?
Yeah. They're 5 or 6. I think they were 5.
Okay.
They may have moved them to 6. September 6th, this has become a game the past 4 or 5 years are going to be at September 6th at Aniana.
Okay.
Fluff is he's going to be at South Alabama. He's not going to be at Aniana next year. So, and then the 13th, the Warriors over here will welcome the Etowah Blue Devils. Then the 20th, they will be at White Plains. That's the region game for them. Then they will be at Shades Valley, which was 4-5 last year. Dean,
Shades Valley's usually pretty competitive.
Tell us about that area there.
I mean, it's
what
pretty.
Do you think?
That's tough ball. Yeah. I mean, that's down there around Birmingham.
They got some.
You got Pinson Valley and some of those down there in that area. Hoovers,
Spain Park,
Vestavia Hills. I mean, yeah, it's a different breed.
So
that 4 and 5 is not indicative of. That doesn't mean they're bad.
No. So it's going to be at Shades Valley. So that'll be good experience for the guys to get on a bus and go to Shades Valley. 27th of September, that is. Now, starting the month of October. This is a game that's always been a good game over the years, and they kind of got away from it for a little while. They're back. Anniston will be over here at Cherokee County October the 4th. That'll be a game you probably want to mark on your calendar.
That'll be a good one. Yeah, we tried to go watch Anniston.
Now, you'll be off that Friday. Because City Bluff's gone a lot of that October the month. We'll make sure I get over there to that one.
We tried to go watch Anniston. Yeah, we will definitely try it Friday, but they ended up canceling it with Geraldine.
And the 11th of October, another good matchup here that goes way back. Dean, tell us more about this one. Cherokee County will travel the 11th, play Coach Sexton.
Yeah.
Runs defense down there and teaches little physics, little chemistry with his shorts year round.
I think this will be, yes, he does wear shorts here. I think this will be Rob's 29th year.
That's a long time, man.
29th. And he was assistant for a long time before that.
At Hopes Bluff. When's the last?
Hopes Bluff's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, that's going to be.
Because they've got that younger bunch. They did all right last year.
Yeah.
I think they finished 5 and 6 or 6 and 5.
They wound up winning, played better late. Remember?
Yes.
They kind of come on late. They're kind of figuring themselves out. So that's not one just to go, well, that's just, let's just mark that's a win.
No, that's not just a win.
That's going to be a good game. And being at Hopes Bluff.
Not with all they've got coming back.
They're going to be ready to welcome the 4A North champs.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah,
they always tough down there.
2 more games. They'll finish at home. Alexandria is another old rival that's been renewed some. Coach Ginn, I promise you, he's going to have
they'll have a lot coming in the middle,
back too. Because they're in the middle. Mm-hmm. They lost a big class year before last, but he's a good coach.
Yeah.
His dad was a good coach. Hey.
He's got a lot coming back. But that was the remnants that was the after effects of losing so many players.
Yeah. And it so happens high school or college too.
Yeah. It happens all the time.
So this will be a good Warrior fans that are watching. This will be a great opportunity to tell you October 18th for sure. And September 13th, you have Etowah at home, and October 4th. You're going to be at all your home games, but those are 3 large home games that are old rivalries that people know about from around here: Etowah, Anniston, Alexandria. You want to be loud. You want to come out there and support your team, and that's going to be really big. And they'll end with Asheville. I seen Coach Monroe. Where did he
end up?
He's assisted at. Gosh darn it! I even congratulated him. Where did he was assisted at? Where did he go?
Shea Monroe, ain't that his name?
Yes. Man, I shared it on the page.
That's not a walk in the park schedule right there. That's a tough schedule.
4A Region 6. That is now across region, and we're going to be stupid. And playoffs. Region 8 is DAR. It's who they would match up with. And Coach Kelly said they're not going to win enough games to probably make the playoffs.
I mean, I can see where Kelly would. That's not an easy schedule.
It's
That's
tough.
Not an easy schedule.
Their region, they're favored. They're going to be favored in a lot of these games in their region.
But I think they'll be better than he's saying. Okay, go ahead.
He's got to keep them.
Yeah.
You're terrible.
Yeah.
You're all garbage. But cross region, Dean, DAR, Madison Academy, Madison County,
Powerhouse,
New Hope, North Jackson. See, there's that lockup, the cross region. Plainview, Randolph, St. Paul Catholic, and then that Westminster team. So that's that Madison Academy.
Oh gosh.
And
I mean, they just usually have a good.
And I don't know about St. Paul Catholic, but it's a private school. I'm sure they're
going they won 3A there a couple times. I know they won it one year. They might have won it again last year.
So it's a winnable region, and then the cross region stuff, we're talking about. So that that's Cherokee County.
I think Cherokee County will be all right.
Yeah,
I mean, I do think they'll be good. I mean, you lost the star in Cornejo,
sure,
but you've still got a lot of stars out there. You got Diamond back. You've got the other running back. You've got Tristan Brown, Keyshawn.
Yeah, Woods
and
Thomas.
Yes.
And there's a little Woods boy, a quarterback that's some kinfolks to Billy.
I'll say
a young quarterback. And a Griffin quarterback is really going to be good. And Tittle's back.
Yes.
So
Josh Griffin's boy.
You're replacing your guards. Now your tackles.
You lost Jack Amos. Oh wait, that was 2 years ago.
Landon and
Ransom's back.
Yeah.
I'd say that's a big.
Yeah. Now you're going to have new guards, but defensively, Caleb Harbor's still there.
Yeah,
and he's strong as a moose.
And Brown,
maybe two mooses.
You got Trip Davis back. You've got is Turner back?
No,
Turner's gone. Okay, he had about 7 or 8.
Ben's still there.
Oh yeah, Ben Frampton.
He was our player of the week, man. He had 3 catches for 100 yards on 3 catches.
Yeah, he had a good year.
And the Mosley boy,
who's going to be
a
force.
And Chestnut's back.
Yeah.
So there's another receiver. I just named like 3 receivers and a quarterback's back.
Start on defense too.
Yeah. So your quarterback's back, and a good backup quarterbacks for the next year and the next year, and tailbacks for this year and next year.
Is Alex Johnson gone?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was in that class with
all right,
with Jacob.
But you got, you have a pretty good secondary. I mean, you'll have a good linebacker and good front line. I don't know who's going to be, because they lost Johnson and Turner, but I'm sure they can find somebody. Of course, that Trip Davis is back, and is Cooper
Rogers
back?
No,
he's not back. Okay.
Yeah, I loved him, man.
He got hurt.
Tough little bug, man.
Yeah.
Well, he just wanted to play. He just wanted to mash people.
But their linebacker, I mean, you got Diamond in them back.
Near 200 tackles.
Yeah. Tristan's got close to 400 tackles in his career. I know he's got over 300. I know.
Yeah. So that's kind of around here in our county, and I also want to mention these guys out of county regions and how tough they'll be. And I'll give you some of these teams, and we'll kick this idea around, and then we'll move on to some college stuff. 3A, Region 6, Glencoe, J.B. Pennington, Locust Fort, Ohatchee, Sachs, Walter Wellborn, Weaver, Westbrook, and Piedmont. Good luck.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Bro, I
mean those first two again.
Glencoe and JB Pennington. Locust Fort.
It was very good last year.
Yeah. Ohatchee, they're always going to have a good football team.
Yeah.
Sachs, they're a big school, man. We're talking about them playing 3A again. Walter Welborn, they got a tailback.
I think Walter Welborn's coming on. They'll be better this year.
Very good. Tailback. Remember that. He's got a tailback there. It's going to be crazy good. And Coach Smith at Westbrook, he's putting things together.
Yeah, you got to watch him.
So, I don't – gosh, who you want to –
Yeah. You
want to pick out of that region? I mean, that's a tough region.
I don't know. I don't know what Piedmont's –
Coach Miller's got – they got the receiver back.
Piedmont's got coming back.
Quarterback will be back.
I don't know what's back for Locust Fort, but I'd say going in, they'll probably rank them as predict them as the favorite.
What's up, Jeff?
Because they were very good, but they could have lost all their players last year. I just know their quarterback was
Scottsboro. Who you talking about, Aaron?
Awesome.
3A Dean Region 8, Asbury, Brindley Mountain, Collinsville. Mentioned Coach Ernie up here close by. That's why I mentioned this region up here. 5, Geraldine, Holly Pond, Sylvania, and Whitesburg Christian.
5, Geraldine. Wish Geraldine lost a lot of players.
5, Collinsville, Geraldine, Sylvania.
Sylvania lost a lot, but you got Collinsville did not lose a lot.
Who's that? That's just
5 didn't lose anybody.
Paul and Ernie and Coach Michael. Sylvania. Is the
I don't know who took over it.
No, the Anderson boy, the cousin to Logan, his dad's brother's boy.
Somebody just texted me and said, I can't get a hold of you. I said, it wasn't anybody that usually texts me. I said, I'm on live.
You still do a show? What are you talking about? Man, Todd Shaw. Who was them guys? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
weed eater, carburetor on weed eaters, carburetor repair on weed eaters.
I called him back earlier. I called this guy. It was my uncle earlier, and he may not know I'm on live
show. So these, all this right here, that's 3A Region 8, Collinsville 5, and Geraldine, Sylvania, quality teams. And 3A Region 6, a lot of people always used to say that's one of the toughest regions around there. And now without Hope's Bluff, because they bumped forward.
Right.
So now you got Glencoe and JB Pennington in there. This Walter Welborn team and Westbrook, Steve's going to put something together. Piedmont, JB Pennington, and Locust Fort, look for them to be.
I think that
quality region. Who wins these? Whoever, and then these regions are going to play. 6 will play 8. So whoever wins this, you might as well just put a crown on them, I guess. I mean, who in the South's going to be able to – I don't know yet. We'll start getting into that more as we get to the year.
Yeah, I don't know.
But like 3A region 1, 2, 3, and 4, which I did look at it the other day, and it's like I think Mobile Christian, I think they might bump them to 4. But
I think they did move to 4.
There's some of these private schools down there on the beach.
Orange Beach is ridiculous. Gulf Shores.
Whoever's going to win – whoever wins this,
you better be playing ball.
Once you get the best out of this group and they play the best out of this group, will it be Collinsville versus Piedmont or 5 versus Welborn?
Well,
wow.
I'll go and tell you now, and I don't care if it makes anybody mad. You want this pen?
No.
5's going to be the team to beat.
Well, they lost 2 starters, guys. They had 3 seniors, 2 starters. So,
and they got the best running back in North Alabama.
Back again. He's going to break all the
he's
records.
Got 5,000 yards. He'll end up with 7.
Yeah. So that's kind of look around high school stuff. Glad y'all guys came by to hang out with us, and we wanted to break that down because it's graduation week coming up, and a lot of these young men we've covered for years and years and years in their football careers. They're moving on. Some of them's going on to play at the next level. Congratulations to all those young men from all around the county that's signed to go play other sports, or if not, we still love you. If you, taking a job, working wherever and whatever it is, you're being a contributing factor to the good old USA and paying them taxes and Paying that FICA people. Who did Marcus said, Daddy, who is FICA? What am I paying them $3 a week for? Who's these clowns?
3 clown show. You got to pay them though, man.
I know. So we love all you guys and girls from sports, and Caitlin's signing Wednesday. She and her sign over at Sandlot, St. Clair, Wednesday. We'll try to get over there. I think I can go Wednesday.